Hey everyone, it's George here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me once again. Today, we are going to be talking about Celtic sea salt. I've been using Celtic sea salt for a very long time, so I thought, why not make a video about it? Now, I'm sure you have lots of questions for me. George, what is Celtic sea salt? Where do I get it? What even is it? Where does it come from? How does it compare to pink Himalayan salt? I thought that was the ultimate salt in existence. Relax. We're going to answer all those questions right now. While Celtic sea salt is in fact just regular sea salt, the process in producing it far outweighs all other conventional salts on the market. Sourced from pristine waters, this incredible salt contains no harmful additives or chemicals. It is harvested with an ancient organic method by creating traditional clay pools that the Celts have always used near the ocean, so that when the tide comes in, the sea then enters these shallow pools. The sun will then cause the water to evaporate, leaving behind all that organic and unprocessed sea salt in its natural form. The salt is always harvested with wooden tools and packaged without adding a single ingredient or processing the salt in any way. It's straight from nature. This harvesting method was created by the Celts and hasn't changed in over 1,000 years. It's produced in a place called the Brittany region in France, and that's where we get the name, Celtic sea salt. Unlike heavily processed table salt, Celtic sea salt retains its natural mineral content, which is said to include 84 known minerals and trace minerals. Now bear in mind, your body is comprised of 102 minerals, so yeah, that's a decent amount of minerals in Celtic sea salt. Now, if you enjoy exercise like I do, then it's important to know that Celtic sea salt contains essential electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium, which are vital for maintaining proper fluid balance, nerve function, and muscle contractions. When we discuss the importance between alkaline foods and acid foods, regular table salt is acid, whereas Celtic sea salt is actually alkalizing, meaning any nasty little cancerous cells grouping up in your body will be separated and cannot survive in an alkaline environment. But wait, hold on, little disclaimer, don't just rely on Celtic sea salt to alkalize your body and destroy cancer cells. It's our nutrition ultimately that's going to do that the best, but it's just nice to know that Celtic sea salt is actually alkalizing rather than acid, such as table salt. Another thing to take note of is that Celtic sea salt helps your body to assimilate the nutrients from the food you consume by boosting your food nutrient absorption, which will optimize your overall nutrient intake. But then why can't I just buy regular table salt, George? Well, this salt is heavily processed and becomes an acid-forming food. In order to make regular table salt finer, it is modified to remove all its natural minerals except for sodium, as this is what gives it that awesome taste. It is then chemically bleached and heavily heated, which also destroys its healthy properties and forms it into an acid. Nature created it, man ruined it. Now, I bet you're itching for me to say that Celtic sea salt is way better than pink Himalayan salt, and I wouldn't necessarily say that it is. I mean, it's from the sea, whereas pink Himalayan salt is from a rock. But what I like about Celtic sea salt is that it's bigger than pink Himalayan salt, meaning you can use less of it and reduce the amount of sodium you intake. And in my opinion, Celtic sea salt does taste better than pink Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt is so popular now that it can be hard to find trustworthy companies that sell it, whereas Celtic sea salt is made from one place and the workers take great pride in calling it theirs. If you are to purchase pink Himalayan salt, then just make sure it is produced and shipped from its original producers in Pakistan. And finally, let's talk about the taste. It genuinely tastes amazing. It's quite moist as well, which I like. Really salty and really delicious, and you truly do not need much in order to taste it in your meals. I also like to add a small pinch to my distilled water from time to time. So there we go, short and sweet. This is the only salt I use at the moment, and until I discover something better, it's the only salt I'll use for the rest of my life. I'd love to give a shout out to Grace Murray Art for introducing me to this amazing salt. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you learned something today. If you want to purchase some Celtic sea salt yourself, it's all in the description, along with my Instagram. You can give me a follow on there. Please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like if you enjoyed, and I'll keep making more of them. My website is in the description if you want to look at my online coaching services. But until next time, I wish you nothing but love, happiness, and health, and I'll see you all in the next video. enjoy the salt. I didn't know what else to say, I'm sorry. Enjoy the salt.